A very good morning, everyone. We are glad to have you all in this live info session. On a career break, find a perfect job and reach C-suite success. I'm Javeria and I'll be your host for this event. The info session will focus on expert strategic planning to help professionals on a career break who are eager to re enter the workforce with confidence and find a job that truly matches their skills and ambitions. All through the session, our senior counselor, Ms. Rajeshwari, will actively be responding to any questions in the chat window. I request all the participants to keep themselves muted through the session. You will be given an opportunity to speak during the Q&A session. All right. So firstly, we have Dr. Rathi's talk followed by the dedicated Q&A session. So keep your questions ready. And before we begin the session, I'd like to give an overview of who we are and what we do. At SetMyCareer, our team brings together diverse expertise from different industry backgrounds, and we are passionate about guiding you through holistic career development, prioritizing your happiness and success. Our mission is to empower and support over 10 million individuals across the nation, guiding them to make informed decisions that shape their professional journeys. With 15 years of market presence and clients across 14 different countries and counting, we are proud to have successfully guided over 60,000 individuals towards their right career paths. Our focus spans various categories of working professionals from freshers, mid career, as well as senior professionals. We also guide people with career breaks and aspiring entrepreneurs towards the success story. Additionally, we also cater to the students from 8th standard to 10th standard, 11th standard, and 12th standard, as well as graduates. We offer a range of services for all these categories, including career counseling, psychological counseling, personality development, coaching and mentoring, career restart program, and entrepreneurship counseling. To support these services, we globally validate assessments backed by over 50 years of research. These assessments analyze 76 different elements in an individual and have been tested in over 105 countries worldwide, providing 7 unique dimensions and 30 different job fitment analysis as well, playing an important role in recognizing and addressing diverse challenges faced by individuals, unveiling pathways for improvement. These assessments offer valuable insights that guide individuals toward personal development, empowering them to evolve in an enhanced version of themselves. Together, Set My Career brings 90 years of joint expertise of two career experts, Dr. Douglas Jackson, Sigma USA, the psychometric expert, and Dr. Nandkishor Rathi, Set My Career India, the career counseling expert. Our reach extends across 25 cities nationwide with 50 counseling partners, several of them who are displayed on the screen. Each counseling partner is trained and certified personally by Dr. Rathi. Our speaker for today, Dr. Rathi, brings 40 years of diverse experience to the table. He was a placement officer at IIT Bombay, where he connected with over 300 organizations and was responsible for placing over 1,000 students annually in multinational companies like Morgan Stanley, LG, Godrej, and more. He was the director of Oracle, overseeing the campus recruitment across 12 different Asia Pacific countries. His vast experience is complemented by being a Mercer Asia Award winner for his PhD research. Over to you, Dr. Rathi.
Hello all, good morning and welcome to this webinar. It's a great pleasure and honor to be addressing all of you. In very good number, you all have registered for this webinar. Basically, the webinar is not to kind of market anything, but just to enlighten all of you so that you address the challenging times that we all are going to face, and we all are required to gear up for those challenging times. The topic is about career break, and career breaks are happening without your willingness, sometimes with your willingness. But I don't consider that career break is a very big issue as such, or career gap in the CV is also a very big issue. So never assume that you are not getting interview call because of the career gap or career break. There are many factors that work when somebody gets interviewed, somebody gets an interview call, somebody gets hired, and somebody gets rewarded or promoted. So basically, we are going to look at this issue with a holistic perspective so that at least whatever factors are controllable, you kind of address them effectively, and certain factors which are beyond your control, you prepare for those factors. Career break or long career break should not stop you from reaching to the top heights of the career, whether it is in the corporate world or social world. You should achieve your dreams, but there is something that you need to do to achieve those dreams. And what are those things? What are those qualities? What is that strategy? What is that plan? And how do you look at yourself if you are with a career break? And even if you are not with a career break, how do you reach to the C suite? So, C suite is a very special place in the building where the corporate headquarters of the company is situated. Generally, in this building, chiefs of various functions sit, and the chief of the chiefs sits in the corner cabin. So that is why it is called as corner cabin, because that chief of the chiefs wants to have a very good view from the cabin of the entire organization and the people. Plus, if there is a garden or river or lake outside, he can see that, and his mind works towards managing bigger aspects of business. That is why that chief, C suite, and the corner cabin. So, C is the key word here. And today I am going to inspire you. I am going to talk about you becoming the chief of something. So, please move up from break to handshake, and shake hand with the head of HR, shake hand with the head of technology, head of marketing, head of content strategy by accepting a good job offer. And now, why these career breaks happen? There are many reasons. Some reasons are personal, like, this break is like this. From 8th standard, some child is studying JEE exam, preparing for JEE exam. So 8, 9, 10th, 11th, 12th, and then one more attempt because he failed in the first attempt. Now 6 years he has been getting mad with the physics, chemistry, maths with that machine-oriented coaching class. So the moment he goes to engineering college, or for that matter IIT, he feels now there is a big break. And you will find that in first and second year, most of the engineering students actually don't study seriously because they feel that this is a break I was looking for. So basically, personal reasons are there for break, like marriage, like children, like financial comfort, like various other things where you don't have a very high paying job, so you feel that, okay, let me take a break. Then there are professional reasons for break. Professional reasons are you lost your job, the company got restructured, the company's India office got closed down, the particular department got merged with another department, and there was redundancy in the roles. So many reasons are there for you professionally also to get a career break. Sometimes it is voluntary, like the Western concept is that work for 10 months rigorously and 2 months take a break and then search for another job, and all that is there. I don't know how comfortable they are in getting a job again. But because most of the system there is also contract based, so they work like contractors and they earn money and then they enjoy and then again they earn money. Involuntary is again forced break, where you are forced to take a break For example, some people in the last 3 months have indicated to me that, sir, I am getting an indication that probably the company is going to give me a break. So they started getting those signals, and therefore it is involuntary, and it is better to be prepared for that. Now, more career breaks are going to happen because life in 1980 was different, then 1990 was different, then 2010 was very different, 2020 was very different, post pandemic it was different. But the major change that I am seeing in the life is the maturity that has come in the industry and the job market after 2 3 years of pandemic. Now the industry, the employee, the employer, the competition, everything is at a very different level, and therefore business uncertainty, family turbulence. Family turbulence is a new thing that got added to our life, which is somewhere we are not that happy in the family, even if it is a nuclear family, or even if it is a single person working in Mumbai whose family is in Bihar. There also there is a turbulence. Career break also happens in case of 30 40% people because they don't like that work, and one day they feel enough is enough, and then they quit that job without having another job in hand. Also, people have a lot of issues in work life balance because of the demands of the work are increasing like anything. Because we negotiate good salary and they agree to good salary. The once you get a good salary, then comes good work, and then we cannot deny the good work. And then family demands are always there. We have to look after our family. Now, in the career break, there are various stages that happen. Sometimes when you get sudden career break, which is not planned, uncertainty driven, you get a shock. And that shock for many people is unmanageable because of the EMIs. So EMI based, debt based, loan based living leads to compromising and little miserable professional life, because that person is now desperate to do any kind of work, and then once the loan is paid, then that person says the manager is not good in this company. If you have planned a break, then you get a relief. Oh, finally. If you extend your break after marriage with 2 children, and you feel that your parents also need your attention, and that big property dispute that was going on in your family, and you are eyeing at those 50 crore rupees, the case is in the court. So you are in an extended comfort zone. But when there is a need for money and you are on break, you are aggressive. You are aggressively searching for source of money. And yesterday I got one girl from a top engineering college and computer science graduate, and her only thing was, I want to earn money, I want to earn money. I said, you are in which year? She said, I am in the second year. I said, there is still time to earn money. No, she said, no, but I want to earn money. I said, why you want to earn money? I want to do something for my parents. So I said, are your parents on road? Are they not well to do? No, they are business people, they are well to do, and they don't need money as such, but I want to give them money. I said, yes, but for that, you can't choose a wrong career. You can choose data science because she was from computer science, but what if after 2 years you get fed up and you get demotivated? So frustration is the next level of career break. When you don't get response from the companies for the interview call, these cases have substantially increased. And I have some data to prove that, because I was thinking, because I do a lot of counseling and my counselors are all busy with that. So we keep on seeing the difference that is happening month on month on the type of people coming to us and on the issues that they are talking about. So when they don't get response to their interview, their interview request, their CV, their applications from anywhere, the frustration level is higher. And then comes the next stage of loss of confidence, because even if somebody tells them that there is job in so and so company, you apply, they first think that, okay, this is one more, I won't get response, and then they don't apply on time, then they just wait, then they send their application without updating proper data. So their confidence is lost. So once the confidence is lost, then the action becomes very low energy. And the last stage of frustration with career break is depression. That means no hope. And that is pretty bad state. And um, some people they are so talented, but because they are at a no hope stage, it is very difficult to even give them a hope that you are so great, please apply. So they need literally every kind of hand holding till they get a job. And we inspire them, we tell their parents. We have to do a lot of counseling for the parents who are the major turbulence factor in the lives of many children. Now, people are saying that there is a big opportunity. Yes, there is a big opportunity. India's economy is going to be $7 trillion by 2030. You need to be part of that. India's GDP will be 8%, and already it is, I think, fluctuating a little bit, but 8% overall. And you should be part of that. The time is right, but this time you need to be right. This time you need to be long term. And this time you also need to be competitive like the companies. The companies cannot be competitive with employees who are non-competitive. Every employee has to be competitive in today's company for his work, for his department, for his company, for his industry, for his country for that matter. So basically this time please do it right. But if you look at the threat side of the situation, although GDP and $7 trillion economy is definitely going to happen, as per the latest Gallup survey, 14% people in India are saying, who are working in the job, that I am thriving. Thriving is the word used. So thriving means I'm growing, I'm excited, I'm busy, I'm getting paid, I am seeing the possibilities for my growth. 86%, and this is the description given, are suffering, struggling, and feeling sad. And this I can feel from the last to last year versus this year. And as a solution to this suffering, struggling, sad, there is one heavenly world waiting for you in US, Canada, and UK, where 13 lakh students in the 2023 have gone abroad, taking $60 billion worth of India's wealth there, because everybody feels that the grass is greener on the other side, and they're so frustrated with their personal life, with their family sometimes, with their job, or with their aspirations not meeting anywhere, not able to crack CAT, not able to get GATE score, not able to get admission to good college, not able to get a good job as per their dreams. So now the final rosy picture that is painted in front of them are the study abroad companies. You can get admission to Edinburgh, you can get admission to Glasgow, you can do the hospital administration program, you will get job internationally. There is so much demand for hospital, and you are then becoming the victim of that. Fortunately, some people are very thoughtful, and now they are going to the fundamentals. What will happen to me after I spend $200,000? When they probe that, then the reality, but they don't want to accept the reality many times. They want to say, no, let me first go to Canada, sir. So I tell them, take the tourist visa and please go visit. And if you want one assistant, take me also with you. I mean, they're so desperate to go abroad. Come on. Unemployment May 2024 was 7%. June 2024, 9.2%. Somewhere I am seeing little effect of automation and AI. And I have some more very hard data. Global AI market seems to be growing from $454 billion to $2,575 billion. Indian AI market is going to grow from $680 million currently to $3,935 million. I don't know what these numbers are, but they are factual, calculated from the industry trends. AI and automation in banking is growing rapidly to improve customer satisfaction and user experience. And to my surprise, in the last 6 months, I got 9 candidates with 10 years of experience in the public sector banks, and they want to quit the job because it is transferable. Now they have secured job, very good perks, very good future. They are leaving because they said company or bank is not ready to listen to any request, because everybody wants to be in the Kabban Park branch of the bank in Bangalore or Nariman Point branch of the bank in Mumbai, which the bank cannot do. AI is used in variety of industries now, customer service, and that is why whenever I call any 1800, everything is there. And how come I have a question which doesn't fit into their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 menu? If I have that question that remains unanswered, then I find here and there how to reach out to Bhavish Agarwal in Ola because their driver has been violent. But I cannot reach out to anybody in Ola, in Uber. That is the way the whole system is built. And so, what is your strategy? Your strategy in the AI world, in the turbulent world, in the break world is from AI to me-I. Seeing the growth of AI, don't join the course in AI, please. Seeing the growth of AI, gear up yourself towards a smart career. Don't immediately say, oh, okay, so this has the growth. But if you know this has the growth, 7 billion people all over the world also know that they have to grow in this field. But then if all people want to go to film industry to become Amitabh Bachchan, will there be 1.4, 140 crore Amitabh Bachchans in the industry? No. Finally, it is the survival of the fittest and the growth of the best. So from AI, you now need to think me-I. How I can use the AI with my me-I to really create something good for others and good for me. Now this C-level, our team has been very excited with this C-level. I hope they don't ask me to promote them as chief of something, and I will have so many chiefs in the company. Chief of power. Some people have power centricity in them. Politicians, people managers, decision makers. They want power. So chief of power, chief of words means writers. Now writers have a big threat because I already have subscribed to ChatGPT and I am getting some content which I need from time to time. And it seems that that plagiarism free content which cannot be, you don't see anywhere else. So that is definitely a challenge. But still, if you want to write a copy for an advertisement for Cadbury chocolate during this coming Diwali and festive season, you require very creative writers. Chief of people, chief of process, chief of money, chief of persuasion, chief of art, chief of design, chief of decision making. See, I have not written here typical designation: chief technology officer, chief executive officer, chief operating officer, chief financial officer. I have written here the words where you relate to. Are you chief of numbers? Are you chief of logic? And then some people are chief of mood. Professors with whom I worked in IIT Bombay, I found many of them as chief of mood. The day they have moved to teach very large database management systems, they will not allow the students to even go for lunch. They continue to teach because that day they have mood, and that is fantastic. The other day, all the students are present, but they don't have mood. They can postpone the class. So chief of mood, chief of rules. Some people are very rules oriented. They want everybody to be compliant. Chief of test, wine tester to chef, to cook, to masala maker, to tea maker, and chief of drink. You can drink every Saturday, Sunday, and you can become the chief of drink. But don't drink because you are frustrated. Drink because the next week you are going to do exciting work in the company. So because C is for chief, and you need to be the chief. Now, how to find a perfect job that will not give you a break, or where you feel that you don't want to take a break? I don't want to take a break from my job, but because I'm also not so good, but a family man, my family books some tickets and forcibly I have to go there. And after going there, I feel that, I mean, what is there to see in Goa beach? What is there to see in Singapore? I mean, I feel that. But yes, we all have to do that. So first thing you have to do about finding a perfect job and growing in the career is not to take any opinion from anyone unless that person knows you very well and unless that person is familiar with fairly good industry and including non-profit industry, including social industry, including artistic industry, including textile industry, including chemicals and fertilizers industry. Please don't take advice and don't become so dependent. Please don't consult Panditji out of frustration, and down I have given the figure. There has been 10 times surge in astrological inquiries on education, layoff, job change. और पंडित जी मेरे बच्चे को अच्छा जॉब कब मिलेगा? And पंडित जी never says immediately कल मिलेगा. पंडित जी says 3 months later, so that you forget पंडित जी. If पंडित जी says next week, you will again go back to पंडित जी, because that consultation also might be having some warranty period. Please don't go to Pandit ji, and please don't take any online course because you are feeling helpless. Please, if you are very academic, keep learning, but don't write that online learning in your CV, because the moment you write in the CV, as a recruiter, I have a right to now probe that area of your expertise. And as per my knowledge, 99% people delete their files automatically on the courses that they have done, because the course was done one day when they were impulsive, fearful, and they just feel that my biodata should have MBA in it, my biodata should have data science in it. And these IT companies are really, I mean, they really give a very good opportunity to many people. Every IT person wants to do Scrum Master. I don't know what is that. PMP. PMP means they think if I do PMP, I will be a project manager. I'm not, I will not be surprised if some IT companies have launched a course, Chief Technology Officer certification course, Chief Executive Officer certification course for those who don't get into IIMs and top B schools. Please don't join online course. That course is not going to change. And if you are so inquisitive about knowledge, and if you don't watch the YouTube and Netflix, then you can learn so many things free of cost. So this time, just do this. No external, all internal. No conscious mind moving and hovering and roaming here and there. Do everything with the subconscious mind, with the deep thinking. No opinions, just self-assertions. And no chai pe charcha, but this time data pe charcha. Data should be there about you, and the data can be so accurate that whether you are inquiring kind of person, investigating kind of person, but you can be illogical person. You can be very informative person who can read and write a lot and score very good marks, but you might not be very deep diving person. So these are the things that you need to understand about yourself. So don't do chai pe charcha about career gear. This career is good and these companies are recruiting. I am also applying to Google. They opened the office in Bagmane Tech Park. And please don't do that gossip. No artificial course, no artificial intelligence, no artificial life, because interview is not artificial anymore. I have got many jobs in my past with artificial interview because I was BE and MBA, and such fantastic, handsome person with such degrees was not available in 1995 to 2010. Every interview I gave in Mumbai, I got a job. So basically, companies are now finding everything about you. First, CV oriented, then brain oriented, then questioning, then skills, and even I was very casually recruiting earlier. Now, when I recruit, I call the person to office, and the person has written well versed with Microsoft Office. So I tell, please open PowerPoint. Now, please add animation to this text. Now please play the PowerPoint presentation. Now go back to the previous slide, then go to the third slide, come to first slide and add the transition, and the person runs away. Everybody writes, I know Excel sheet. The moment you ask him to change little data here and there, they run away. Companies are not going to believe in artificial way, and even if you get some job because of good interview skills, it will not last longer, because job is more serious than the seriousness with which you live within the family, because job is alert. So be natural, understand your natural strength, and know he and she means don't ask others about you, don't get influenced with anyone. Do you know one gentleman from Chennai who was a professor in engineering college? Because that engineering college removed 3 other assistant professors, this fellow got panicked and went and resigned, and now he is not getting job. So much you get influenced with others. He, no, she, just me and me when it comes to your work, your career, and your performance. So, what is C level? C level people are strategic thinkers. They think long term, and long term thinking, either you need to learn it or you have it, but you can't afford not to have it, because everything now is blue chip stocks, fundamental strong. And I will tell you, I will show you something today. The newspaper's headline, if you can see this, just see the headline. Today's newspaper, today's Times of India says, journey of 1,000 miles begins not with the first step. Journey of 1,000 miles begins with a strong foundation. Where is the strong foundation? Parents said something, so you did something. Then somebody told some job, then campus interview did not happen, so then you got something. So it is very accidental, even in my case. But I figured it out at the age of 33. What is my cup of tea? You should be interpersonally awesome. People around you should feel. You cannot be too expecting honesty from everybody's behavior, and you cannot be too diplomatic to be formal all the time. Interpersonal skill is one skill without which one can exist only in jungles. And I hope interpersonal skills of animals are better than human beings. This I am knowing from the reels for the last 6 months, because I watched the puppies, the dogs, the cats reels, and I just love it, because I think they are interpersonally better than the current me. Then please think about the process. Everything nowadays has a process. So little bit process thinking is required, even if you want to make a creative advertisement, even if you want to be a product designer. So you need to have a C-level profile to you. Whether you like the data or not, you need to talk data. See how I showed you the data. I am not a data person, but I showed you artificial intelligence and unemployment rate and the economy, the GDP is growing like this. That much I need to have. Otherwise, you will not feel convinced. So data and analysis also is a C-level skill. Quick decision is the rarest of the rare skills. And if you have that skill, you can move forward in life. But the quick decision should not be just an impulsive, reactive decision, because then if it goes wrong more than 70% of the time, your career will be down 70 times. There has to be sense of urgency in whatever work you do in today's world. There was a time when a professor could have written a research paper in international journal in 3 years. So one paper, 3 years. Now they are not. They are expected to publish 5 research papers in a year, 2 in local journals and 3 in international journals. So sense of urgency has to be part of your behavior. Mastery on the work. This is very important, because the secret of the success in career lies in the grip that you have on all aspects of your work, with skill, knowledge, capability, ability, talent, passion, interest combined together. to think creatively, to find quick solution, to go ahead confidently without taking help of others, and to even guide others if you are a manager. Please don't remain dependent kind of person and don't remain very rigid. Dependent means doing everything by asking to others, not confident to go forward. Please don't. You need to be independent. Otherwise, you will not grow as manager. They will use you as a labor, as a worker, because you are everything doing which is told to you. And don't build that kind of image in the company. And be adaptable. Don't be very rigid about, oh, I am very commonly hearing now the organization culture is very toxic. What is meant by toxic? One organization can have toxic culture, but if that company is growing, they are not worried about the culture. And if the company is growing, why you are not growing with the company? If you like your work, full stop. Culture comes next. So be adaptable, be dependable. Somebody should depend on you entirely to get that work completed, and accountable, responsible. And without that, C-level is not possible. Even if you have 50% of these things in you, you are a C-level candidate. And even if you have a gap of 7 to 10 years, companies finally require good people, trustworthy people, good at their work. And even if they are not good at their work, they somehow get the work done by finding the solution from here and there and move forward. And be a little objective, be a little rational. Don't be very subjective about everything, about people, about what you are listening in the company, what you are hearing in the newspaper. Suddenly, when they want to sell data, they wanted to sell data science course 2 years back. There were back-to-back news coming every 3 months. So many million people are required in the data science industry. And then so many crore people joined the data science courses. Please think about you with your rationality and don't just follow, because media many times is a PR exercise. They set the agenda for your mind. So much so that suddenly you will be on the road to do some dharna. Suddenly you will be going to Kabban Park to protest against something. So media is at their place. You have to take only what is relevant to you from media. So C-level I have completed. And now coming to the last few slides. See, these are the hurdles which I have already covered. But these are the hurdles to C-suite behavior, C-suite requirement. And the same thing which I have covered is in the previous slide. But please remember, the current environment in the industry is Monday to Friday, you are completely sold out to the company. And if you want to work in the comfort zone and then work from home and then good salary and all that, there are possibilities based only on one thing: you are extremely good in your work. Otherwise, turbulence will be there, job will be very demanding, work hours will be very extended. So how do you find your C-level executive? Discover yourself, define your direction, investigate the right options for you after you understand yourself thoroughly. When you do a job search, don't just search the big companies and whatever is advertised. Do little deeper search of job. Many jobs are in the companies which are not known to anybody, but the job profile might be perfect for you. But are you able to spend enough time on that, taking out time from your other activities? Job, you can find a job that you want at any point of time in life. It is only a question of deep search, adjustment, adaptable, little salary thing, little distance, commuting. But the fundamental thing is you should love to do that work. And prepare yourself to give surprises to your company by exceeding the expectations. And develop this attitude of try, not giving up quickly, not getting nervous, not getting depressed. Try. Then once more, try. till you get the results. And if you are not able to get the results even after that, that work is not your cup of tea. Negotiate smart in salaries, job terms, conditions of the job and all, and then ask for the corner cabin and celebrate the offer, and not just make yourself very individual centric. It is not only about your job. Somewhere also think who can benefit from you. I am not trying you to be working in NGO, but even in your job, you can be an inspiration to others. You can contribute to that company, and you are contributing to the country through that. That was my approach. Thank you very much, and over to our team.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rathi. That was really insightful. Here are few questions asked by the participants, which we have segmented into topics as there were too many similar questions. So Dr. Rathi will address the questions first. Post that, we'll have to move on to a live Q&A session. Dr. Rathi, the question should be seen on your screen.
Yeah. So basically, I have seen all the questions, and I would have been very happy to address each one of them. But basically, yes, I mean, there is a concern which is similar type, so we combine them together. If you look at the first question, how can I restart my career after a long break of say 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, especially in today's evolving job market? For time being, forget about the job market. From the day you are born till date, you have learned every day something. You have observed something. You are informed about something. And you are originally something because you have one part of the body that is called as brain. If you go back to your basics, whether it is 10 years, for example, if somebody applies to me, sir, I had a 10 years break, can I work with your company? I will probably evaluate him. If he's ready to work on our salary terms, and if he's ready to come to office every day, as we don't allow work from home, I will be more than happy to evaluate that person whether he can do, because I will think that because he is on 10 years of break, he may take lower salary, he may do work honestly, and I little have capability to develop people for the work requirement. I will definitely consider, but I will look at the fundamentals in the person. So please bring your fundamentals together, make a CV where you need not hide the 10 years gap, but you should in fact portray what you are, who you are, what you can do, and for what kind of work the company can depend on you. So people have had, in fact, people have not done any job for 20 years and they have suddenly got a very high level job. And people have moved from corporate career, that means entrepreneurship, trying this, that, and failed in that, and then they found a job. So it is not at all a big deal. But first job definitely is little going to be compromising, either on salary or on some other comforts that you want, which the company will not expect to give you. But finally, companies hire two types of people. One type of people are real good people for real critical work, which is also urgent in nature. There they will conduct the 7 rounds of interviews. But there is another set of work that the companies have, very urgent, and they are ready to take any person for that matter, because they also have temporary approach to you when they hire that. But if that work is right for you, forget about their long-term and temporary approach, just join the work, do so well that they continue you. Otherwise, you learn and you add that experience to your profile. So companies are businesses. They are going through a lot of turbulence. They are trying to perfect their business models, and you are one of the resources for them. If you work out to be a long-term, fine. Otherwise, companies will not be thinking about your career so much. They will be thinking about their career, where their investors have invested, and they are every day they are getting a big bang scolding from the investors. Second question is similar. As a professional with 20 plus years of experience in a specific domain and a 4-year break, how do I re-enter the job market and find suitable opportunity? See, when you say 20 years of work experience, you come with maturity, you come with learning, you come with seriousness, Probably you come with very good people management. In fact, you are a very good resource. But the hiring person should not be feared looking at your CV that you might ask huge money or you might not have uh, technology knowledge or tech savviness is less. So you have to, that's why you have to write a proper story in your CV to get the right kind of interview calls first and then get the job. And salary is going to be very erratic in the coming years. For urgent work, for a talented person, for a complication of the particular project, any salary will be offered to you. But then you should be confident to do that very complex work very confidently. How can I start my career journey after a 2 year gap? This is from uh, after a graduation, 2 year gap. So graduates are not that seriously taken by the companies if they have gaps, if they have backlogs, except those few organized companies. But companies think, yeah, okay, so this is a youngster who is 18 plus, and let us look at his communication, let us look at his energy, and let us look at whether he asks, sir, what are the timings in your company? Sir, do you have Saturday, Sunday off? Sir, what will you pay me? That case is rejected in the beginning only. Because as a graduate, as a fresher, the expectation that the companies have from you is a very high commitment. In fact, if I hire uh, some graduate, I will expect that he will work double the time that I work because he has more energy than me. How can I improve my focus and achieve my career goals? Yeah, I mean, this focus is required in career, and short-term goals, long-term goals are required. But for that, you should know what is your domain and where do you want to reach in the next few years and what is required to go to the next level and next level and next level in that particular job. So I think focus, goals, clarity, short term, long term strategy, learning, skill, knowledge, and all this should be fun. It should not be a tension. I mean, in last 6 months, I have purchased so many books from Amazon and not even read one page of them because I feel that one day I want to read them because they are relevant to my profession. Most of the books are from Harvard Business Press. Uh, so these are the things that you need to love your work. You need to love your knowledge. So it is not a tension. It is a joy, and therefore don't link your job and all immediately with money. Otherwise, you will always be kind of um, you might have a longer break than you expect. What are the best career options and growth opportunities in SAP or HR or finance or robotics? Yeah, so this in between that wave had come SAP consultant course. The moment newspapers give some news, and many times I feel that it might be a propagated news, propaganda news to create that case. Suddenly people jump to register for the courses. Many people have done SAP, but SAP person, if he's a coder, he can do coding. If SAP is a consultant, he can search for jobs. I have doubt whether there are jobs in the market. HR, yes. See, in HR, most of the jobs are not advertised. You need to kind of try to connect with people and say that, sir, I can do recruitment for you. You pay me minimum. Sir, give me 3 months opportunity. If you have long gap or something, that is the thing. But to me, if the industry is growing, there is demand for people. But there is also removal of people in certain areas where a lot of automation is happening, like customer service and some of the IT areas, some of the marketing areas and all. Robotics, there is a very good future, but as such, I am not seeing the robot in my life at least. I have not even purchased that vacuum cleaner robot so far. So robotics has a future, but I hope it is not like biotech, which was a big uh, news in 2000 to 2010. Biotech is the next thing. Biotech is the next thing. All the people who have taken biotech career or degree, they are either struggling in IT industry or going to MBA, and they don't remember anything about biotech. I made one or two people in the last 15 years who are doing biotech work after biotech degree. So that is how the job market is. Um, What should I do next for career progression and which path suits me best? Yeah. So once you have the clarity about where you want to go, the next thing is in that industry, the role that is 70 to 80% closer to your knowledge, skills, and abilities and interest. Then you can get started. Once you get started, don't jump to conclusions about the salary and all, because salary is the result of mastery, and mastery is shown through the impact and the magnitude of the work that you take accountability for. Companies want good people, but that goodness should be there, and if it is there, should be sold in the interview. And remember, multinational companies, they will give you a sample. Cadbury when started, sample. Parle-G when started, sample. Lux soap when started and rural India was not using Lux soap for their body cleaning, sample. You need to give sample if the person is doubtful. Sample means, sir, let me join. We can discuss the salary after 3 months. You give me the minimum for first 3 months. I think job is not for money, but it is also for you utilizing your talent. How can I shift from HR and robotics to project management or UI UX design, and what certification should I get? Yeah, if you are a robotics person or HR person and you want to go to UI UX design, I mean, it is very simple that just do a smallest course in UI UX design to understand Figma and also understand the psychological perspectives on design, the customer experience, the customer navigation, the colors, this, that, and try to build your portfolio on your own free of cost for some companies which are not given you the project. For example, just visit the website of say Muthoot Finance. And if you feel Muthoot Finance website is, for example, not that good, you create a design for Muthoot Finance and send it to them free of cost. How many people have this kind of patience and willingness and motivation to do? I have given the project to many people that do you want to look at our website and find out what are the flaws in the website and where you find it difficult to navigate? They were so excited while discussing the career. None of them have done that. Otherwise, they had a chance to get a job with me if they had done, and they have stunned me. This is the way the design should be. And they should have come, they should have discussed. But the first thing people want is that first give me 5,20,000 का चेक, ये 10वां पढ़ाओ और आपका अगला सवाल है. So that doesn't happen. How do I find the right career when I am uncertain and struggling to secure a job? Uncertainty is the first thing to remove. Uncertainty can be many things. Uncertainty can be, but the first uncertainty to be removed is, who am I? If you are Amitabh Bachchan, acting. If you are writer, Javed Akhtar. If you are a hairstylist, Javed Habib. If you are a singer, sing in the orchestra. I love the Pune orchestras. In Bal Gandharva Rangamandir, every weekend is full. And what they do is they declare Asha Parekh musical night. And Asha Parekh film songs they sing. And that singer is passionately singing as if she is Lata Mangeshkar. And all people clap for her, sometimes standing ovation. What is wrong in that? So basically, remove the uncertainty and go to the field that you belong. And then little bit modification can be done to earn more money by little dislike about the job, but because of the need of the money you will like that job. But you cannot go to randomly different job, because you will struggle, your manager will be unhappy, you will have always a fear of losing the job. So please remove the uncertainty about self-awareness. And then second thing is industry awareness. Is it worth switching careers if I dislike my current job? So you might be coming with a non-change oriented personality. Non-change oriented people remain in the same marriage for very long time, even if it is not working out on the lighter side. And they remain in one particular job in a particular company because they don't have daring to change. What they don't want to change? Bus number, same route, same canteen, same nearby idli seller person who comes at 1 o'clock, at 6 rupees he gives one idli. They don't like change. So then they continue in the same job till the company one day said, "Thank you for your services. You are a very good person and we wish you the very best." But the company is shifting now to Devanhalli. What will you do? So before the company shifts to Devanhalli near airport, you shift somewhere. So change orientation is required. Otherwise, you will get mad in today's world because it's a very different. But still, your originality remains same. So please switch the career if you are not liking the job. But please analyze why you are not liking the job. Don't blame first the culture and the manager and the demanding time and work-life balance. No. First is the job content. You need to first see, do you like morning to evening, what you do on your laptop, what you do in your coordination, in your updation, in your Excel sheet. If you don't like that, it is time to definitely change. And let me remind all of you that your life is not 210 years. It is on an average 70 years. And I live my life every day thinking that 5 sessions done, ready to even live the world tomorrow very satisfactorily. It's a you need to understand your needs. I have actually understood my needs of late, and that is why I'm very confidently talking to you. How will AI affect the job market? So this AI has started affecting the job market. The fundamental thing I will tell you about the industry, and I am also part of the industry, but I will tell you. Industry likes everything that can replace people. And it's a very blunt, very harsh, very realistic statement. And this is based on my experience, where I met some investors, and when I 10 years back, and when I told that I can employ 400 psychology people full time across India if you fund my company, they listened to everything. And at the end, they said, "Dr. Rathi, this is a fantastic project. I am in for $2 million. Only one change you need to do. Remove these 400 people thing from your business model." So then I thought, so I asked, so what kind of product you want to invest in? They said Paytm, ting, 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 money gone, money received. Then I was thinking. Then thanks to that pandemic, people started taking career counseling online. Now we are scalable. Now again, I am going to investors. Where is that $2 million? So basically, you need to understand that AI is going to affect job market because the world is moving towards perfection. And when it is moving towards perfection, but as a content writer, still, as a customer support executive, still you have a chance to use the best app to run that company's customer service with the help of app. Still, people are required, but instead of 10, 2. Next page. Are the questions over?
Yeah. All right, everyone. Let's now dive into the Q&A session. All the participants will be given a chance to speak, but please make sure to raise your hand by clicking on the raise hand button in reactions, and you will be allowed to speak. Dr. Rathi is excited to address as many questions as possible, subject to the time available. Also, like I mentioned earlier, Rajeshwari, our senior career counselor, is available in the chat box to address your questions on chat. You can post the questions for her as well. Before we move on to the first question, for those who would want to have one-on-one with Dr. Rathi, please scan the QR code visible on the screen and request your consultation for the same. Okay, so can we have the first question?
Yes, Naman.
You can ask the question.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Uh, yeah, thank you for your audio guidance. Most of my questions in my mind or the queries I'm having before the session are partly answered. Your guidance, the lines about the how you should prepare ourselves for the interviews or the particularly job perspective, like how a individual candidate while searching for a job should be get ready for the like to get hired are being answered. So to be more specific, I'm having as my first question was this only, where I asked, I have 3 years of experience in a unorganized sector, basically in a CA firm. So where I was
Can you
handling the lot.
be little
Sure.
loud about 3 years experience in what?
So I'm having 3 years experience in finance, tax, and audit, accounting profession. So I was
Accounting.
in a it's accounting in a CA firm, chartered
See,
accountant firm. So I was dealing all the three aspects of my in my day to day work life. So I'm having a overall of experience, but this was into a local. This is into local firm where I was dealing local clients, interacting with them in a local language or bit like in a local sense. I'm looking for a job roles in corporates. So I lack in certain skills like communicating. I have a decent spoken skills, but I want to improve it more, like job skills. Some employees, like I have been interviewed last 2 months. I went to job searching work. So I have been to
yeah.
various interviews.
So
The
I
thing,
mean,
yeah,
actually, this audit and account industry is definitely going through some revival, and they are also getting into a lot of automation. But basically, it is not difficult to get jobs in companies like Deloitte, Accenture, E&Y, and the corporate world where now they are running the accounting like a process, and they require good number of people. So basically, little bit of preparation, little bit of orientation of the CV to get an interview call with key strengths that you highlight there, that who you are, what you are, and not just applying to big companies like these big four, but also applying to other corporates. For example, there is some, say, Rajendra Steel Industries, and if their annual turnover is 75 crore rupees and they want a good accountant, and eventually you have a chance to become the chief accountant and coordinate with the chartered accountant. I mean, that job is also equally good. We all should not rush to these banded companies all the time, because that happens second stage. But also I feel that you should write something more about you than accounting skills, which people may look at you differently to give additional coordination, project management. There are so many analysts of this, analysts of that. So you need to know a little bit more about you and put that in the CV, that I am this. Because the moment you write the information about accounting experience and become MCOM qualification, the recruiter is looking at your CV for 60 seconds or less and saying this is accountant. He should not feel you are accountant. He should feel his accountant, and also this. Otherwise, you will get same kind of. I mean, you will not get calls, but you will be viewed in the similar way, and everybody will feel, no, I don't have a job for him. If you write little about your people skills, process skills, technology skills, adaptation, coordination, interaction, follow up, then they will say, okay, this person can do follow up.
yes.
Like,
So as you say, I've already all these things in my CV, quite of not much, but quite of thing. As I was in these 3 years, I led a team of 3 to 4 people, where I like these skills getting together,
so
working.
you are not getting interview calls, right?
No, I'm getting the calls, but the thing is, they're expecting more from my experience. What thing I have done
Oh, okay.
lower scale.
Oh, no, if you are
These
getting
firms
interview calls, it is really good. If you are getting
yeah,
interview calls, it is really good. But I think you need to then prepare for interview to be little more vibrant, little more dynamic, because the entire industry is also driven by the visibility, how you present your case, why somebody should trust you. So that trust factor that you will be able to do has to come from your confidence, from your talk, from your language. So I think it is a question of preparing for interview skills.
yeah.
So yeah.
So as I
Any other
told
question? Yeah.
yeah, so I have to manage my confidence only through this. I will
Confidence, yes, confidence is the key
yeah,
factor in any interview.
Yeah,
sure.
we have Sarvanishta who raised the hand. Sarva, can we have your question? And can we have you on the video, please?
Yes, I have a question, but can I not switch on my video camera because I'm not in a certain
Okay,
space
okay,
where I
fine.
can open?
Sure, you
Fine.
can proceed with the question.
Okay, yeah, sure. So most of the thank you for this very beautiful and then very enlightenment session from your side. It was very helpful. Also, I have like currently I'm scared talking to you. This is my very, very big problem. Very big problem. Whenever I talk to some professional or whenever I give interview, I get scared first. Do I have lots of knowledge? Do I can like articulate things, but I blabber when I talk. This is my biggest problem. Also, this is first question, and then the second question I have is that I don't know how to say this, but I have not been constant with my background in education and work culture. But right now, I am very confused to do whether I go to PhD or I go to like job because I'm a development sector work professionalist. I work in social sector and development like kind of internship वगैरह. And it's not paid mostly. But now I am aspiring to go join UN in future. And I'm not sure that whether I should go for PhD or for like continue with the internship and gather something information. I'm very confused. I don't know if
Yeah.
that this question you have answered for from like development sector or not. Because I have left corporate and now again going to join this development sector.
Right, right, right. So basically, you see, you don't have to, I mean, feel anything about it because the corporate world is not about talking. It is about the hard work that you do there, the work that you complete there. This talking and all is was once upon a time good in marketing. There also now it is not only talking and influencing. There is something more to it than talking. So basically, we need to see. You look to be quite academic because you are talking about doing PhD, but depending on your past experience, core interest, and who will benefit from your knowledge and skills is need to be seen. But also there is one more aspect to our career, and this is for all the viewers, that please remember that your personality need to be energized and charged up whenever you go for work in any world and during an interview also, because your personal life should not be seen affecting your behavior and confidence. And many people I have found that they are extremely good, but for personal life and past experience brings their confidence very low. So PhD is a caution because PhD should be done only when required or out of extremely high academic interest. Like I had interest in finding out the attrition related issues in Indian IT industry, so I did that. But if you don't have that much academic interest, then don't do PhD. But if you want to go to teaching career, please do PhD, and you should be very sure that you will be a very good teacher. Students will like you, and you will also enjoy the work. Otherwise, we need to see what kind of work is right for you and what kind of corrections are required in your personality so that the recruiting person doesn't feel that there is any impact of other factors in life on you. It should be very clear. The recruiter wants to see the front face of Shah Rukh Khan, front face of Amitabh Bachchan, front face of Madhuri Dixit. They don't want to see the back end of what the story in the life of that particular person is going on. They want to see a very clear because they are burning. And for that matter, education sector is one of the vibrant sectors, but the way the job has become demanding, banking sector once upon a time was the favorite of all the people loving work-life balance. Nobody is coming up before 10 p.m. People are leaving even PSU banks because of transfers and work-life balance issues. So please build your confidence, get some clarity, and if you want to talk to me, uh, uh, for consultation purpose, please do approach me. If your solution is possible without further assessment, I will tell you that. I will give you that solution if I feel convinced that you are made for something. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Dr. Rathi, and thank you, Sarvanishta, for the question. Moving on to Swastik Agarwal. Can we have your question, Swastik?
Yes, sure. Myself, Austin Agrawal, sir. I am a 10th class student and I am having difficulty for
And
finding
can we
my
have you on
ability.
the camera, Swastik?
Sorry, I'm not in the space.
Sure,
So,
no problem. You can proceed with your question.
okay, sir. Myself, Austin Agrawal. I am a 10th class student and I am finding difficulty in finding my abilities or interests or particular stream I choose for my future career as well.
Yeah, I saw your questions, Swastik. I think you have some confusion about what to choose after 10 standard and long term, short term, plus career, plus growth, career path. So
Yes, sir.
basically, if you are in 10 standard, right, you are in 10 standard, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the first major decision that you are going to take in life because 11, 12 standard will decide whether you will be eligible to go to engineering or eligible to go to commerce or arts or design or anything else, management. So basically, if you are quite scientifically driven with logical ability, mathematical ability, science stream is good for you. But if you are more language driven, artistic driven, design driven, psychology driven, emotions driven, then humanities might be better for you. If you always think about business, not in terms of becoming Elon Musk, but business means you like the transactions, you like the financial markets, or you like the way people sell the products, they market the product, then commerce may be good for you. But if you get your assessments done, I feel we will exactly know because some people are like on the borderline of science and commerce, some are on the borderline of commerce and arts. So we have to define that, and I do define that. Our experts are also very good in doing all that. So please get this done, because don't take admission to science just casually, because it will come with either engineering or medical as an entrance exam preparation from your parents. So take the right one, then try to get the admission to good college. And your questions were also on college, if I remember rightly. I read the questions. So top college and all that is not important. What is important is the right course. And in whichever college you get as per your eligibility and score, in that college you be the best student, even if the college is not the best. Colleges are completing the syllabus, full stop. How many colleges are taking interest in the students to develop them to be the futuristic leader? Most of the bachelor's colleges are targeting you for the higher studies in their college, because already 3 year bachelor's degree is converted into 4 years with 1 year of additional fee. And after that, they are eyeing you to give master's degree also, so that the flow of money continues. That is how most of the colleges are like that. So please try to find out what is right. In 11, 12, enjoy the subjects. In bachelor's degree, enjoy the subjects and then get the job. So please let me have the opportunity to assess you, to guide you perfectly.
Thank you, sir, for your assistance.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Swastik, for the question. Thank you, Dr. Rathi. We see Ria raised her hand. Can we have your question?
Hi, sir. My name is Ria, and I have 6 years experience in chemical engineering. I've done my post graduation in chemical engineering. I had a break around 6 years, and then I got into the renewable energy. So I worked again for around 8 months. Then again, because of personal reason, I had to take a break again from past 4 months. So I'm not sure how to get back to the industry, because the first 6 years of experience is on non-renewable energy, that is on petroleum, and the next 8 months of experience is on solar. So I'm not sure which field I should choose and how to get back to the industry again.
Yeah. So basically, if you were in research kind of work, have you been in research?
Yeah, my last 8 months of experience was in IISc.
So that is a very good profile. if you have worked with some professor, even as assisting or doing some kind of research, it's very good. So basically, the assumption that the recruiter will get from your profile is that you know statistical techniques, you know the research methodology, you know the data collection, data interpretation, analysis, and conclusion. So if you look at this, and if you are very good in data analysis and you know certain statistical tools, plus if you have a little bit logical ability, I think data science looks to be a good option, number one. Number two, if chemical is your real passion, then you should get into chemical industry to into experimental um, technology work, experimental engineering work. Otherwise, you can even get into the material science world if you are really passionate about chemicals, bonds, atoms, molecules, new material properties, application of the material for the new usages. So generally what I do is I don't assume that your chemical engineering was the right career in the first place. So I doubt that. And then I go to basics, that engineering or chemical engineering you have done, you completed the degree, you are academically good. But it doesn't mean that you really love chemical work so much so that you 24/7 think about chemistry and chemical engineering. If that is the case, then it is time for you to transition to another career based on your core capability and maybe doing some course to chalk the long-term career. If you don't relate to chemical technology that much deeply, like a person immersed into any kind of formulation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rathi, and thank you. Before moving on, we have the QR code on the screen. For those who look forward for the consultation with Dr. Rathi, can scan the code. So we have Revati. Revati, you can.
Let me just tell about this consultation to all the viewers.
Sure.
Basically, this consultation, I will explain you what is this. Um, consultation is a very important meeting that I consider, because I try to understand the person qualitatively, because I want to know where the person is coming from. I look at their CV, I ask them some questions, I look at their qualification, I look at their academics, I look at their extracurricular activities. Then I get a feel, okay, this person is good in this, not so good in this, trying to do this, succeeding in this, not succeeding in this. You have played the sports like chess, you have played football like anything. Everything I look at, because consultation is getting into your individuality. This consultation is not very general. In fact, sometimes I drain out in the consultation meetings because I try to understand that person and what that person's real career related issue is. So consultation is an introduction that I get about you to qualitatively understand and then suggest you the next course of action. And I always keep in mind that initially this was what this person was sounding like. Everything I note down, every word that you speak, I note down, and then I do further analysis based on the package that you buy. So consultation is for you to make me hear your case and make me understand you by asking you a lot of questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rathi, for briefing all our audience what consultation is. Let's move on to Revati. Revati, you can ask the question. Hey, Revati, you can ask the question.
Hi. So
Loud,
thank you,
loud,
sir.
please.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. So to give a brief, I have 15 years of IT experience and now on a career break 3 years.
Can you be a little loud, please?
Okay. So, sir, I was saying that I have 15 years of experience in IT industry, and then on a 3 years break, career break now. So now I want to bounce back and get back to work. But the concern here is I don't want to get into the same IT industry. I feel like I have given all my time and everything for that industry. Now I want to explore the other non-IT industries. So what would be your suggestion, sir? I'm still hunting on where to get into.
Yeah. So just one question. In IT, you were into programming, testing, coding, networking, hardware, or some kind of
Programming. Programming.
Oh, very good. Programming. Yeah, 15 years in programming is something very big, very good. I think you were successful in doing that and probably you earned good amount of money. But
Yes.
since you are thinking the change, it is for a reason. And I think you should now this time do the work that you love, that you like, where you can extend your life by additional 10 years because passionate people live little more than non-passionate people as per my general judgment. And I feel that this time if you do the work that you like, your energy might be much higher than what you were doing in the past, because if you are ready to sacrifice such a good profile of a coder who can get 30-40 lakh rupees of salary, if you want to change it, this time change it for something much better, about which your family can be really proud that you finally followed your passion and you are enjoying your work. But we need to understand your personality, your pattern of interest, whether it is social, management, finance, creative, design, or some kind of investigation. And once you get into that, I think your kind of people really enjoy the second tenure because they already have experienced something and they get a very positive feeling in the new career, and they feel why I have not practiced or why I am not in this career since beginning. So very, very nice to hear that. Please, you take a right career and also inspire others to take the right career. Thank you.
Sure, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Rathi, and thank you, Revati, for the question. We see Lovepreet Kaur raise your hand. Lovepreet, you can proceed with your question.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir,
Good
I'm
afternoon.
Lakshmi. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to ask. So my question is that I'm 12th pass and I in the commerce stream and I want to do now a course. So which course should I choose? Like I get suggestions from everyone around me. They said BA has no scope, BBA has no scope. You should do BCA. But the turning AL and the technology has changed me differently. That what should I choose now? What has the career most preferenceable? Like everyone around me is doing BCA. Should I choose BCA or there is any another career opportunity to have me the best career?
Correct. So basically, I will, although I don't have much data about you, but I will still try to give you some indications and you can do your self analysis. Number one, if you are very passionate about mathematics and you are feeling passionate about accounting, and if you are very hardworking and sit for 8 to 10 hours, chartered accountant. If you are not that kind of person, but you like finance in general and balance sheet and profit and loss account, then you can do BCom followed by MBA finance after some experience. But there is a possibility that you might not belong to commerce at all. In that case, we might have to change you to humanities. And if not, then if you are very logical and technology oriented, then BCA can be a good option. But I don't see that much future for IT career because already there is a huge population of IT people in the market and companies are automating a lot of operations. So it will be quite a saturated industry in few years, and only top-notch people with computer science and artificial intelligence mind will be in the game. So I feel that bachelor's degree, you take what is right for you. Don't join BCom LLB course, BA LLB course, CFA course, ACCA course, just because people are saying, or BCA course. Because if you join the course which you don't like, it will be a time pass for 3-4 years. You will just pass the exam, but you will be the same 12th standard student in terms of your knowledge and in terms of your confidence. So please take a very serious decision based on whether you are artistic, managerial, accounting, finance, or you are none of them. So please do approach us. We have some minimum cost package also if you don't want to take higher packages, but get the clarity. This will help you throughout your life.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lovepreet, and thank you, Dr. Rathi. We would be answering the last question, but we see Rishal having a question. Rishal, you can go ahead and ask the question. So we would be taking the last question now. Okay, so I'll read it out the question, Dr. Rathi, behalf of Rishal. So she says that she's been in finance sector banking for 20 years in product and credit, and she currently is on a career break. So how can she remain relevant in the job market to get the jobs that she likes?
So banking and credit and what you said, Javeria?
Banking, credit, finance, and product.
Product. So I think with so much of experience in banking industry, what I can conclude is that overall you are familiar with transactions, with money, with processes, with statements, uh, with probably little bit of capital markets, economics, etc. So if you have enjoyed this work, see, I always come with that enjoyment theory. If you have enjoyed that work, then you can consolidate all your knowledge and learning and check whether you have good people management capabilities. If you are people management person, you can get a very good job to manage a team of youngsters of about 25 to 35 people, 50 people, and you can manage a process as well, yeah, in a good company, big company, or you can work with a very big account and audit firm where they have hundreds of clients of big type and some clients are handed over to you. If you are not enjoyed that work, then it is time for you to transition to something which is your core interest, where you can use your past experience of knowing people and industry and processes and apply it to the new environment about which you are more passionate, where you can quickly absorb the knowledge, because passionate people absorb the knowledge in their field very quickly. In fact, they don't even need reading. They can understand except very hardcore skills. So you can this time take either a leadership role, managerial role in the same industry or in another industry, or if you are an R&D kind of person, you can get into financial analysis, financial quantitative analysis, economic analysis, and research on consumer aspects and all, and you can live your next 20 years very happily and earn a lot of money in that career. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rathi. This has been an engaging session, and unfortunately, we are unable to extend the session further. But you can schedule a one-on-one consultation with Dr. Rathi. Please scan the QR code displayed on the screen to request your appointment, and our team will guide you further. If you're using a mobile device, you can click on the link shared in the chat box. I'll continue to display the QR code to proceed and book your consultation. I'm sure everyone here is aiming to have a successful career path. Follow us on our social media platforms and stay updated with the latest insights on career trends and job market. The QR code is visible on the screen. Also, the link will be shared on the chat box to connect with us. Please have a look. It was such an insightful session, and we look forward to seeing you in all our future sessions. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. Thank you, Dr. Rathi and the SetMyCareer team.
It was pleasure talking to all of you. Thank you very much, audience. And I wish you all the very good future, very good career, very good life. And take care of yourself. Take care of your near and dear ones. Thank you.